Jesus says, we are not past the critical point yet. December 19th and 21st, 2017. Words from Jesus to Sister Clare, spoken by Jackie. Jesus began, your people are praying, and for that reason they will prosper. And I do not mean in terms of money. I mean a life free of worry. The kind of worry that overtakes a people when an unrighteous man rules. Let the unrighteous be done away with. Let them see the spectacle of justice being carried out. Let them hope in me for a time of faith and good works. I have sent my angels forth, and they are overturning the coffers of the wicked. They are bringing to nothing the plots of evil men, and in fact instituting what is righteous and good in the land. But more prayer is needed. This is not a time to back down. Many dark people and many dark places have not yet been touched by justice, and I wish for all of them to be brought down and replaced with men and women after my own heart. I want to see justice meted out and propositions to save the weak and the needy, the elderly and the wounded, the young and the mothers implemented. A society filled with justice, where corruption is not the norm, where corruption is not tolerated or explained away. This is my heart, Clare, and this is why you are praying. Each night I put on your heart the very thing before me that needs the most prayer. Prayers for the wicked pharmaceutical companies, prayers for the end to pollution and the aluminium in the environment, and climate control. These were for tonight. All of these things are wicked, wicked things. Yet not all can be resolved before I come to establish justice on the earth. Lord, I'm a bit confused about this time of peace you are wanting to bring about upon the earth, and how the tribulation will start. Clare, evil men will still exist, but it will take quite a bit of time to restructure their wicked network. What is most important is a praying people covering your government and the governments of the world with prayer. When prosperity becomes so distracting that prayer takes a backseat, that's when you should begin to sit up and take notice. The destruction of abundance will again bring this nation down, because it is human nature to grow lax in prosperity. This is something your president must learn. The turning point is always at the very top of a culture. The zenith comes, then the descent. Clare, my heart is for the Muslim people. Everything these wicked rulers have done to set culture against culture, faith against faith, has only backfired in their faces, because now they are ready to consider Christianity. They have played chess and lost, and now I will call all men to myself, and the millions of souls that would have been lost, as Satan plays for keeps, will be brought home to my loving arms. Oh, how wonderful! The days when the lost receive me into their hearts, and all of heaven celebrates. So you see, you are not only praying for peace in your nation, but around the world, that each country would wake up and put out the unrighteous governing forces and tend to the poor and vulnerable among them. and especially for the Muslim people to be given new hope. England is a tragedy, and its only hope is revival. This I have set my heart on, yet there is much disorder and opposition there. As I've shown you before, the mosques are hotbeds of evil. Yes, much harm has been done deliberately to the people of this nation, betrayal after betrayal to destroy the culture and set race against race, allowing the Muslim faith to proliferate both in numbers of people and influence, to the point that their unjust laws are taking over the nation. It is an incredible travesty, but many of the people have turned from me and brought this upon themselves. When they come back to their senses and back to me, change will be possible. But until then, evil will proliferate and spread out from there. My heart is for all men to recognize their need for me and abandon the ways of violence, that I might bring them into my kingdom of love and justice. Without love, justice is only an illusion. These are evil days, yet filled with hope. Continue, my beloved heart dwellers, continue to pray, and if you do not sense a burden during your communion preparations, ask for one, and I will give it. Message from December 21st, 2017. Jesus began, "We are not past the critical point yet, Clare. I'm still needing everything you and my people can offer me. The situation is so highly critical, and I'm counting on the love and fidelity of my chosen ones to back this up and bring it to an outstanding conclusion." When I was ready to take you in the rapture last year, so many around the world were hungering for me, confused, broken, alone, ravaged by the wars, ravaged by the contradiction of their faith. It would have been a good time to wrap it up. But I saw that the American people were beginning to wake up from their slumber. Remarkably, many were beginning to listen to what they tagged before as way out conspiracy fiction. There was just enough evidence coming forth to convict the guilty in their own minds. You are not the only one who saw that smiling smirk on Bush Jr.'s face. Many looked at that and wondered, why is this man not grief-stricken? Why is he smiling? Or, at the very least, trying to suppress a smile. That touched many with doubt. Did he have a foreknowledge of this event? Was he finding a perverse kind of joy in its success? The truth is coming to light, but I need your prayers to see to it that convictions are obtained. This is an issue that is very important to the American people. The entire thing was perpetrated for social, economic reasons and to kill off many of your country's finest military personnel in a bogus war and bring others to their knees, and some even to suicide in hopeless desperation. What do you suppose they thought when they saw American guns in the hands of their enemies? Yes, it broke their hearts. They were filled with contradictions and not understanding what they were seeing. Was Washington putting them there deliberately to kill them? Why? Why were there so many contradictions? Without going into great depth, there are still many free who need to be brought to justice, and I'm calling for prayers that they will be captured and any further operations, like the derailed train, will be prevented. It is most serious, my people, most serious, and prayer will swing the pendulum over into success and justice being served. Ask me for the burden, and I will give it to you. I know some of you are suffering heavy losses in your families, heavy oppression, sickness, and threatening difficulties springing up all around you. Not only are these the fruit of Satanists, who are again celebrating their evil doings, but also they are being allowed because I need offerings to check this fatal cancer, at least for now, in your government. Do you see, Clare, the extent of wickedness on the earth? Is it not a miracle of mercy that the earth has not been destroyed by my Father's wrath? It is because there are still the innocent and the lost crying out, and a great purging taking place in the Muslim community, which will eventually spearhead mass revivals, some of which have already begun. In the meantime, the world is in a state of flux and volatile. This is in addition to the arrests that are taking place around the world to purge the evil and cut off the channels used to traffic children. Much has been accomplished by your prayers. As you remember, I told you to review on the 20th the changes that have taken place because you prayed and fasted. Now I'm telling you once again, return to your knees. I need you to return to your knees, lest this season turns into the biggest tragedy yet. What about the coming banking transition? Are we to put up food? Keep your focus on prayer and bringing these criminals to justice, and I will cover for you all. You are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, and I am counting on your prayers, even in your listening ears. There are those who will oppose you in prayer and construct all manner of events and obstacles for you to have the time you need. Be prepared to make the decision that you will not compromise, and be sure to be committed to pray with fervor against these things. You have done well, my people. Please continue to fast, offer sacrifices, and pray with fervor for an end to this network of evil souls. I'm truly with you in this. Through prayer, we will have the victory.